Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. I would like to introduce you to our new program, Play and Learn Arabic with Koko. This program is very unique in a way that it incorporates playtime with learning time, keeping in mind that children have very short time, that is, they cannot sit for a long time to learn. So we make these things like more fun, that they won't feel they're learning, and it's quite unique that we introduce also a special book that the children will follow with the teacher. The book is available online. I will show you the book and the ISBN number for that. But in order for this book and teaching experience or learning experience for a child to be successful, you need really to follow the guidelines that I will tell you later. And you don't need to rush your child into I want him to know all alphabet in 1 week or 1 month. This is a program that goes in a very slow pace, and it's really going to be successful only if you take your time with your child. The book is divided in 3 chapters or 3 main parts. Part 1 is introducing the children to the Arabic alphabet and with the makharij, and everything is laid out nicely in the book. It teaches reading and writing for the Arabic letters. During that period, the child will have more of the playing time. We're going to play with our puppets. We're going to have Koko, which is our main character here, Play and Learn Arabic with Koko. He's a very eager bird that love to learn Arabic. We're going to play with our fish too. The children will have, every time a child or a puppet will feed the fish. That's how we're going to start the program. And then the children will just ease into the classroom, and after the classroom we'll have also some playtime, sometime in a dollhouse, sometime we're going to play with the fish, and sometime we're going to have some activities like craft activities that related to the Arabic too. And the kids are going to be really glued to the laptop or the computer screen whole time, with their all attention is focused, because they are not seeing only a teacher or a board or like a dry material. They are looking at the puppets, they're looking at the fish, looking at the bird, at the dollhouse, and it's kind of like making it more modern way of teaching. This is in the first stage. Second stage, we're going to move slowly with the children into how to know the shapes of the Arabic letters, how they are different, beginning, middle, and end, how to put them in a word, 3-letter word, and then how to read these words. So second stage is they're gonna start reading 3-letter word. And then after that, the last stage, which is, I call it stage 3, which is a stage before Tajweed, is when the child is going to introduce the harakat, the fatha, the dhamma, the kasra, the shadda, the sukoon, how to join the words in a sentence, all the things that you learn in the Tajweed in the beginning also will be introduced at the end of this book. And there will be also reading practices and spelling. So mainly the class won't take more, the whole thing won't take more than 15-20 minutes. But the idea is, do not teach more than what I tell you in 1 week. So let the child the whole week, every day, work on listening more and more to the video, going through the material, practicing in a separate notebook every day, a little bit, 15 minutes or 10 minutes only. Do not teach every few days new set of letters. That's not going to work, because they're going to keep forgetting. So at the same time, you keep reviewing with the children the old material. This is the book. It's named Al-Qari As-Saghir, and it's mainly, you look at it, search Little Reader 3 Steps Towards Reading Quran from Alif to Alif Lam Mim. And I am the author of this book, and actually it was supposed to be 3 different books, but due to the high cost of printing, we decided to join the 3 books in 1 book, and keeping the price lower for parents and for the children to benefit from this. This book is designed for the children who live in the Western society, or those who live in countries that don't have Arabic speakers. It's mainly done in a way that the children are not going to pronounce the ain or the ha or the qaf ka. No, it is designed in a way that is a child from the beginning will learn ain is ain, ha is ha, the way Arabic speaker pronounce the letters. There are special guidelines, special practices that is going to show you how to avoid these mistakes, because when the child is saying ain, it's going to be ain all the time. Do not write these letters in English. So I have written only the English part when I use jim, I use ba, because there's no difference. But when it comes to ain and ha and dad and sad, I don't use English letters to teach them, but we only use listening. The only way is listening. This is a book, and let me show you how it starts. It starts in the beginning with Introduction to Arabic Letters, and it has in the beginning, let me show you the whole alphabet from Alif to Ya in Arabic and English, but you're not going to see the name in English under Ha or Ain or Sad. That's going to be blank, because we don't want children to pronounce them in the English way. And then after that, we're going to have special, the letters that have special pronunciation. They're going to be here explained in a very nice way for children. And this is for parents to read and for educators that doesn't speak Arabic to read and help them to make learning kind of fun in the classroom, more than a set of like desk and board and dry material. And here there are funny tricks for the children to remember the letters, and I'll be teaching these funny tricks too. And believe me, in my classroom, the children, once I tell them these, they do not forget it. They don't confuse ba with ta and tha. Which one has a 1 dot and which one has 2 dot? They don't confuse jim with ha and ha. Once they know these tricks, it's really sticky, because they're funny. And once it's done, also here, this is makharij al-huruf. It's very important. It's written in a way also for children in mind. And then, excuse me, and after the makharij, this is only for like the whole thing. We will be teaching the makharij one by one with the lesson. And we will start lesson 1. This is the classroom work. You're going to have from alif to sa. And it's showing the letters in the middle and beginning and end, but we don't teach that. Just we want them to see it. And they can circle only the letters that is resemble the original letters. So they don't learn really in the first lesson for the whole week more than this 4 from alif to sa. And then in the class work, they're gonna have the letters like they have like number, and they can just connect the dots in the first line. Then they try to trace it and then try to write by themselves. And then once they know how to write them by tracing, then they get to work as a homework, extra practice. And here where they trace again and they write on their own. So they go gradually into the practice. And what I tell the parent is, every day 10 minutes, let them do 1 line of alif, 1 line of ba, 1 line of ta, 1 line of sa. And then next day, again 10 minutes, one line. So the child every day he is repeating the same material. Instead of having him sit for 1 hour, 2 hours, tracing all the letters, he doesn't know what he's doing, or what are these for, and then after 1 week he forgot everything. But do it every day, one line of each letter, 10 minutes, and that's gonna work very well. And then at the end of the homework, you're gonna see a special place here where the child will write from alif till the last letter he or she learned. And then here is the makharij from alif to tha only. So the child will also can practice on the makharij from alif to tha only the whole week. They were just practicing 10 minutes, 20 minutes a day, or 15 minutes, no more than that. And then, and so on. So every week you're gonna have sets of letters, sometimes 2 only, depending on the sets, and so on. Then we come to the second part. At the end of the first part, then you're gonna be joining the letters, how the child is gonna start joining, and we're gonna start also with ba, ta, and tha, and then how they look by themselves and how they look joined, and then here they're gonna start reading, putting 3 letters together, and they will practice on reading. And they're going to also kind of joining here exercise to do, and this is the homework, the same thing, but they will do it at home. Here is a review of alphabet, because I found that kids forget so much, and you have to keep repeating the alphabet at the same time. So here are the letters in English, where they can write next to it in Arabic, and on the bottom you're going to find 8 letters or 8 spaces for letters that cannot be written in English, like ha, ain, and sad, dad, ghain, qaf. So all these are here, and you have in the first lesson you're going to have a key. You can just tell it to the child, and like kind of tell him or tell her what to write in number 1, and then you can check if he did it or not. You can't believe me how long they're going to keep writing for letter ha, H-A. They're going to make the letter ha. And how long they're going to be, instead of ha, they're going to write H. But they figure out at the end, once you made it very clear from the beginning, that is ha is not ha. And then you keep going like this till this is going to be 10 lessons. Part 1 is 12 lessons. Then part 2 is 12 lessons. And once you finish from part 2, then we enter into the big business. That is the harakat. That is, they're gonna get introduced to the fatha, dhamma, kasra, shadda, sukun, all the things that make them read. And it is start with some of a review, because we want them to remember, especially if you're doing it in like a semester, or kids come after 1 year, or after, next semester they forget. So once they review the first 2 lessons, they catch up, and then you will start with the fatha, dhamma, kasra, and then the words. And there'll be, every lesson will have letters to read. Only the letters with the marks they learn. If they learn fatha, kasra, dhamma, they're going to be only words with fatha, dhamma, kasra. Then if they learn shadda or sukoon, then they're going to have fatha, dhamma, kasra, shadda, and sukoon, and so on. Until they go toward the end of the book, where they get more complicated words with hamzas and all the alif maqsura and all the things that is challenging. Then you get introduced to the Quran. Because all this it was traditional Arabic writing. It's good because the kids can learn how to read the Arabic, not the Quran Arabic, but the actual Arabic. Because I found a lot of non-Arabic speaker or non-native Arab, they cannot read anything other than Quran writing. So here they figure out how to pronounce the word right, figure out everything. And then we get into the Quran now, how to differentiate, how to read in the Quran calligraphy is quite different, how some of the marks are different, and they get some practice on that. And here also questions, more words, we go, and then again the Quran, and we keep going like this in a smooth transition. Then here a story in traditional Arabic. So we want them to be able to sort out, this is a ya in traditional Arabic, and this is the ya, the way of ya or ain in the Quran, and they will figure out at the end. And then at the end, we're gonna have the beginning of how to join the sentence, how to join the word in a sentence. Sometimes we don't say Bism Allah. No, it's Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alif Lam are silent. Okay, and this kind of Hamzat al-Wasla, they're gonna learn it, but we will not tell them this is Hamzat al-Wasla because they don't understand this language or this vocabulary. We will only show them. When you see this sign, you have to skip the alif. When you see this sign, or you don't see the sign, you have to skip the lam or the alif lam, and you just join. And there's like arrows. It's gonna help them to figure it out. And when they go to the actual tajweed part, then we're gonna be in the next book, inshallah, Tajweed for Children. It's gonna be more detailed, more named. This is called Hamzat Wasl. This is Tafkhim. This is Tarqiq. I have mentioned Tafkhim and Tarqiq in the introduction for the Makharij al-Huruf, but not more than the sound, because they need to know how to sound the letter two, and they need to know why it is sometimes kha and then ha, ba, dad. So they need to know that. But I didn't go in more detail that will make them, feel challenging and overwhelming. And then we keep going back and forth between the Arabic writing and the Quran writing, and then we practice on the surah. And we close with Alif Lam Mim in our last page, and that is we're gonna teach them how to read it, and that's gonna be the start, first step towards Tajweed. So now they can read it, they can know how to join the words in a sentence, they know how to use Hamza al-Wasl very well, and then they know where to stop at the end of every ayah, make it sukoon. This is a small thing, they will be like just touching on it. And then we end up with a quiz for the Makharij, just kind of to review for the children. And this is the whole idea behind this program. Making a book by itself is not going to help. If you're targeting non-Arabic speaker or Western societies, there are very rare people that can find they can be willing to teach, and they can speak the English language. No, maybe my English is not that good, but with whatever I can, I decided to go ahead and do this. And I made this book for our school where I'm teaching, because I couldn't find anything that's really, have everything in it. So this book, once you buy it, it's a big investment. It's from beginning when they start learning how to write and read alphabet until they finish the harakat and start reading the Quran. And the next book is going to be your Quran book. I mean, the child, after finishing this, I promise he'll be able to read from the Quran. But when you go to the Quran book and read, you need to know the Tajweed. There is Ghunna, there is so many things that children need to know. There are kind of mad and all the rules for the Tajweed. I don't want to overwhelm the parents and children right now. But in the next book is going to be Tajweed for Children. It's going to explain, but that book is going to be out after this, inshallah, very soon. And I just want to leave you, you're going to find the ISBN number in one of the program or the episodes. I will put the number, but just for now, if you want to keep it, this is the ISBN number. You may be able to write it down. And that's it for today. And I just wanted to give you an introduction of how this program is going to work. It's going to need both of us, the teacher watching the video and the parent at home were guiding the children when to use the book and how long to use it, and make sure they sit and have this 15-minute, 20-minute watching the show, listening to the pronunciation, keep repeating it as much as they need to. And if they just watch it every day, listening and writing together, you have to use a book and listening. Alone, like having the book alone, and they're going to help because they need to listen. You have to pronounce right. And I hope you will like this program, and inshallah we will start soon with the show. The long-term plan is to have our own websites and to have CDs that go with the book, but we didn't want to wait till we have everything ready. We decided that is let's go start baby steps and let people benefit from the show and the book, and maybe we can get more help from you with more ideas or more stuff that you feel that is you want to see or to hear. And for now, I look forward to starting teaching your children and be part of your little reader's life or educational life. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.